So explain to us or to everybody what we're doing here.
We are making a documentary about a reality show to expose the truths about reality television. Um, Basically, to just explain to everyone that this is scripted, that reality television isn't reality at all. Actually, it's kind of a play on a normal situation to make it seem like reality television.
Alright, so it's day one of shooting. We're in Hailstones, about to go check out what our producers have in store for us. So if you come follow us down this way, we'll be in Hailstones where everything is taking place, and we'll see what this TV show is all about.
A lot of people have been kind of talking to us about like their different characters, what exactly they're supposed to be doing, because like we said earlier, each person kind of has their own script, so they're really trying to get themselves in the mindset and really play up the type of personality the producers told them to play.
We're here before shooting day. Here's our classroom, Hailstone 7. Our producer, Kara, has already set up the stage for the show to make it look like this is a real classroom environment setting. So, yeah, this is where everything's going to happen.
Yeah, should we organize this? Should we have
Where
we're gonna
position
put everything?
seating to how we want it, because we're gonna want the love triangle right in the middle next to all each other.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Kyoka should be in the back, and we should be in the front, so you can go like this, you'll be looking at us, and then you can just go like that and see her being all.
She told me.
Yeah, I think it's important to also note, that all of these kids actually are students. So there is some truth to the making of the show, but it's not a remedial class. It's just a normal media literacy class. Everybody's here on good terms. This is actually a media teacher. This is where our normal classroom takes place. It's just today we're going to make it seem like we are all, what's the word? Not delinquents. Delinquents.
Obviously, the reality show about the reality show has a premise built into it.
The lesson that we are talking about today would be a typical lesson that we actually would talk about in the media literacy class. It's just we're all kind of blowing everything out of proportion.
The characters in the show are instructed to take certain aspects of their personality and just blow them up to get more of a dramatic effect for the show, make it more interesting.
Show us coaching people on what to say and things like that, and I think we pretty much have our actors set up. We just need to kind of write down a sort of script for them. So
Yeah, we do have some particular people that we talked about earlier that were really supposed to be our standout characters.
for Failstones, Kieran is playing the asshole.
Check your homework while I'm doing this.
Already on it, teach.
You deserve this.
We had a love triangle type thing going on.
Then we have Allie. You are the doting girlfriend.
And I was wondering what kind of girlfriend should I be? Should I be a ditz, a bitch, what?
A
Maybe
ditzy
a
bitch.
combination. Do you know what I have to do?
Beautiful.
Do you love me? Are you kidding me?
We have me, the drunk.
That L is going to be
The weepy drunk.
the weepy, pathetic drunk.
Oh my gosh, that makes me
It's
so sad.
Yeah.
Every time it comes on, I just don't even know what to do. Those little buttons are so small. Yes. Yes.
And we have Liz, smart, dedicated student.
Painting a picture of him in a serene, kind of calm, sort of all-knowing way in this picture.
We have the smart girl that is trying to appear intelligent at all times. So we all have these different roles that we're really just trying to play up in order to make it seem like a normal classroom.
And instances like this are very typical in the reality TV world because the producers want to get that awesome footage that the viewers will eat up.
Yeah, you'll also see a lot of the footage used in Hailstones is from different occurrences. we might have a fight taking place over here and then people's reactions from a totally different fight, 20 minutes earlier, but they'll piece them together, the different footages, to make it seem like that reaction was a result of that fight.
It really comes down to like getting sound clips, and then during editing we can very easily manipulate whatever is needed to be said.
It's important to keep in mind, and what we're trying to do is to show you how producers of reality TV sort of manipulate their viewers into thinking that they're seeing something that they're not.
This is a remedial media literacy class. All these people in here like either failed it or got incompletes, and they're just a group of rapscallions, and you hate your life because they don't participate, and you feel like your talents are being wasted on a group of people that aren't getting anything from your expertise.
We're trying, or the argument is that we're trying to show you the real world. Of course, we're pretty wise to this now. We know that this is not all that real. Nonetheless, this particular genre proliferates, and we just keep eating it up.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to get you some video.
Let's watch the Goonies.
You try to put on your best face even if you don't have a whole lot of...
This isn't a movie. You said we were watching a movie.
Right, I'm just going to show you some pictures and go to the theater.
Really?
No, Wayne.
Some of us are just trying to party rock.
This girl in the world.
Your mom's on board. Just like you.
And this is a bit of sleight of hand, or it's an illusion, because the reality of
it is that producers are able to manipulate scenes and match them with other scenes to take it out of context and get, the greatest reaction from the audience.
If people are talking, try not to yell in the background, because if we're going to be cut editing this, it's going to make it really weird if we have random conversations going on. And do we need a physical confrontation?
Yes.
I'm afraid.
I'll do the music for it.
What do you think, Dr. Padley?
I'm open to whatever you want to direct, and your actors will help you with.
How do we do what? You can make it really horribly fake, someone claps or something. I think it would be really good if it was one of those
Like the
things where
situation he does on the wall.
you need to say something. You need to touch him, and then you can be like, okay, that's it. We're going outside, and I'm gonna throw your notebook on the floor. I'll follow you guys. I can follow you guys out, and you guys can pretend to have a huge fight outside or something like that.
Is there ideology behind the reality TV program? Yeah, there's a whole setup here that says that we're trying, or the argument is that we're trying to show you the real world. Of course, we're pretty wise to this now. We know that this is not all that real.
What have you learned by being the producer of this video?
I've learned how hardly any of it is reality. Most everything is very controlled and very scripted. The characters aren't even really playing off of something that they already have. They're given something like the weepy drunk or the asshole. Kieran's not really an asshole.
So do you think it's important that people know the truth about reality television?
Kind of. People will watch it just because it's entertaining, and most of the time it's funny to see how people act ridiculous in situations where they're being filmed. It's kind of important to understand that that's not people's real life. They actually, she's not a weepy drunk. That's not who she is, and that's a lot more than that. So we can't take reality shows at face value, but they're going to be entertaining either way.
What's going on here?
I thought it was magic.
USA! 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 USA!
You may be thinking, what about the participants? Well, James Panwazik, in 2006, a writer for Time magazine, wrote an article called How Reality TV Fakes It. In this he says, and what about contestants? Perhaps the biggest reality villain ever, Omarosa Stallworth of The Apprentice, says the show demonized her. When I was a good girl, there were no cameras on, she says. The minute I started arguing, there was a camera shooting me from every angle. She was vilified by viewers across the country, and she has since gone on to do Fear Factor and play the host on Style Network's Oscar coverage. I was on track to become the biggest bore in history, she says. Being on the show changed my path. Reality TV's Dr. Frankensteins have tremendous power indeed, and sometimes it pays to be the monster.